So the Temptation series for me is truly a lifetime coming. I began painting a completely different series, to be honest. But the themes were always the same. It originally was called Pretty Ugly, and it was all about this dichotomy that I felt being a female in the world, and towing that line between the pressures that I felt societally, having to perform a certain way or look a certain way or act a certain way and show up as a female in the world or a daughter or a student or a business owner. But yet at the same time, the expectation is, well, don't rock the boat, don't do it too loud, don't piss anybody off, right? So there was this theme for me all along when I started painting this body of work, actually close to a year and a half ago, where I knew I was working through my own lifetime of truly trauma. And for me, there was anxiety that I had lived with. There was an eating disorder at multiple times throughout my life, which now I've healed. And yet at the same time, painting this body of work healed me layer upon layer upon layer that I did not expect. So it turned out that as I started painting this body of work, it became a reimagination of the Garden of Eden narrative, which is not something I originally expected. I was painting plants and animals, and then this serpent theme came to be, and this imagery of all of these tempting, whether it's fruits and flowers, these original Garden of Eden temptation, symbols and themes, and then moving forward to the end of the body of work, these images that represent modern day temptations. So things like the Louis Vuitton bag and the Gucci belt, right? Which the reason I'm painting these things is not to say like, oh, you've been tempted, right? The reason I'm painting these things and to say, oh no, bad, resist. The reason I'm painting these things is to say, throw away that black and white binary that we have been handed to say this, that says, okay, there is a good, a bad, a right and wrong. The world is black and white. And instead embrace the full Technicolor experience of being human, right? Like choose it if you want it. Eat the damn fruit. Pick the bag. If you want the bag, have the bag. If that's the belt you want, have the damn belt. And if not, leave it. But this is your one shot at being human. This is it. And for me, it makes me fucking emotional because for me, resisting being human caused me so much pain. Resisting being in a human body, resisting the human experience, put me in a box that was so small, and I did not live a full life. So this is my invitation to the world, to the viewer, to embrace the fullness of the human experience, the beauty of everything that is here for us, and without judgment of ourselves, because my belief is that until we release judgment of ourselves, we cannot release judgment of others. And that's the key. I want to live in a world where we are free of judgment and free of this finger pointing that happens when those binaries are in place, right? Clearly there are things that are not good, right? We do not want to harm others. We do not want to cause others pain. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, a completely chaotic world in which it's like, go do what you want, completely at the detriment of everyone else. That's not what I mean. What I mean is tune in with your inner compass and let your inner compass lead you, rather than the messaging of society, media, maybe it's been your teachers, your parents, maybe it's been your religion, whatever it has been that has programmed you to feel that you're making choices that may not be your own. So this body of work is an invitation for freedom, for permission to, honestly, this may sound trite, but to do you. That's it. And that's always what my work has been about. But I feel that this Temptation series, for this reason, is the most me body of work that I have ever painted in my life. And that makes me feel really proud.